Good evening, everybody. It's Poison Feather here. A bit upset tonight because I wanted to make a Hearthstone video. I pre-ordered 50 packs on Hearthstone. Um, I don't often spend money on video games. I, I have paid PlayStation Plus, but other than that, it's very rare that I will buy a video game. Obviously I love video games, but I do like one purchase only, like Diablo or what else is there? Hearthstone and all that kind of stuff. Well, all the Blizzard games pretty much except World of Warcraft because I haven't really got into that. It's the kind of game you need to put a lot of time in, but my time is kind of limited working and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to open 50 packs on Hearthstone, or Hearthstone. I think Hearthstone's the way you pronounce it properly. But sadly, I couldn't. It looks like there's a kind of what's it called? They're doing urgent maintenance, to make the Grand Tournament better. But I'm guessing it's so many people logged on and it's kind of crashed the system or something like that, But maybe they didn't expect so many people to go on, which is a shame, obviously. But I don't know. What can I say? Hopefully tomorrow, providing time allows and that, I'll do that instead. That would be pretty good. It was £35, 35 English pounds for. It was 50 packs. I think usually that's for 40 packs, but you get 10 free packs Grand Tournament cards if you pre-order. You also get a exclusive card back, which is pretty cool. Which I've got on a couple of decks. I've put on certain decks. I've put different card backs because they just kind of suit them. But yeah, so it's a bit of a shame. So I thought maybe I'd have a bit of a go on Diablo 3. This is my character, my wizard character, which just finished seasons. What I wanted to do with the character actually was I decided that it was going to be a Tail Rasher wizard. I've already got a Firebird wizard, which does a lot of damage, so I didn't want to change it. I'm still going to leave that character as it is. Excuse me. And just with a canonized cube, put a few different things on there. Just obviously make it a lot better. But this character, I've kind of pretty much chucked on whatever Tail Rasher gear I've got. And I thought it would make quite an interesting character actually. I thought what I would do would be, as you see, I've got like what are they called? Delsair's magnum opus shoulders, which isn't ideal, but I suppose that doesn't matter because there isn't. I don't think it was a Tail Rasher shoulder anyway, so it doesn't matter. I have one thing I want to change actually. I want to either get some Tail Rasher pants or a Tail Rasher amulet to get this character up and running. To be honest, I don't really, I've only just started this character. They do okay damage. It's pretty negligible compared to what you could do. But I've only just started it. I put the gear on. I rerolled a few things and that. Yeah, just I don't know, just slapped whatever gear I had on them. What I wanted to do is something quite interesting. Was I was going for a Frost Hydra build, which not many people use. But what I was going to use was the Magistrate for Frost Nova creating. Frost Hydra. Creating Frost Novas, which I think would be quite interesting. Obviously, ideally, like maybe a Serpent Sparker to put down, 2 Hydras. The build goes as the build goes. 2 Hydras would be pretty cool. But if I found a Serpent Spark when it wasn't ancient, obviously I think I'd probably keep with this for the moment. I've got what I'm also going to put the cube is a convention of elements. For obviously it rotates through the different elements, and at the moment I've got a few skills. I've got ice armor because I'm wearing the Halo of Arlis, which is obviously a synergy between the two, which is obviously cold. Teleport just to obviously get yourself around. Or maybe I could have like an Aether Walker. That would be obviously pretty good as well. That would be a pretty good weapon. I've got a Wave of Force to generally do my arcane damage. Got Black Hole, Lightning. So obviously also do the other element to drop another meteor down. We've got Meteor, got a Meteor Shower. That's pretty cool. I just like the look of it, and I think it does pretty good damage. Obviously Frost Nova. Yeah, so a couple of interesting actually bits of gear I've got on me at the moment. What I'm going to put in the cube. I know, there's certain weapons and different bits people are definitely going to put in the cube, like a furnace, for example, and maybe a Ring of Royal Grandeur or Unity or whatever. But I don't know. I'd like all these every character. I try to sort of mix up a little bit and do something a little bit different. Like unless you have obviously the best gear and you put the best stuff in, you can't push like the really high griffs. But just interesting stuff. Like I'm going to put the Shroud of Hate in there, so we get a freezing skull from our cold, and we get a charged bolt from our lightning. So interesting. Just showing the other elements don't do stuff as well. Obviously we don't do poison as a wizard, so we can have that. Fire's just not on there, and arcane's not on there and that. But just for pure I don't know, just a bit of fun really. We've gone for this. What's the other ring? Ring of Royal Grandeur. So this character's not amazing. Oh, I tell you what, another thing actually. I have a triumvirate focus, which is which is an old one. So I've got a new one in my stash, I think, somewhere. Let's have a quick look. I'll be keeping all my set stuff actually, just because obviously the set stuff's the stuff which gets boosted. Okay, so there we go. We've got a ancient triumvirate, which is pretty cool. But I'm not using Arcane Orb anyway, so there we go. But anyway, the reason I've got this one on is because the old version deals percentage damage to all the fire, lightning, and arcane. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Something different. It's one of those things which people probably haven't kept. I actually have another few things which people probably haven't kept as well. What have we got? I've kept that for lower characters leveling up. So you have to excuse me. Oh yeah, I've got some. That's not it. Okay, we're in the wrong tab. Okay, here we go. So I've kept a few old items, pre-Reaper Souls. So we've still got a old inners pants, because I don't think attack speed rolls anymore, or critical chance on pants anymore. So excuse me. So that's like a pretty cool, just a different item to have. Especially if you want like a mega attack speed monk, which in the new patch I'm going to try and create a good Shenlong monk with pure attack speed. An old Shaver's hammer, because I don't believe the protected by lightning still exists. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it says. An old storm shield. I remember a long time ago, people, when the new version of Storm Shield came out, they were saying, the old Storm Shield, that's way better than the new Storm Shield. Why, what's going on here? So I've kept that. I probably won't ever use it, but I've kept it anyway. Old Lacuni Prowlers, with the attack speed and crit, and movement speed. I've kept that. I think my Shenlong Monk is actually wearing that at the moment as well, which is pretty cool. An old one, a bit more. I think it's 9% attack speed instead. So anyway, what else we got? Old Echoing Fury, which obviously all these stuff, like this for example, it doesn't do like loads of damage or anything, but I'll just like it's one of the fastest weapons in the game, I think, except for perhaps like a dagger, like a white dagger. But I don't know. I've seen people with white daggers which have their self listed on rankings as like the fast attack speed character. But I thought it was pretty cool. Just leave it on. Oh, sorry, that's my tapped out. Give me a push notification. Sorry. Yeah, so this gives you a attack speed and plus 0.24 attacks per second. So I've kept one. I don't know how many people have kept it. This is some quite interesting which I've kept, and Ashira's Tracks, an old version. Now the reason I've kept this was once again because of the attack speed. You can still make low level Ashiras, I believe you can, but I don't think they roll attack speed anymore. So I thought, if you wanted, that's it's quite an interesting piece of kit if you wanted to roll the maximum attack speed you could get. Excuse me. Obviously, having the Kane set would roll. I think that rolls 9% attack speed as part of the bonus. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I've got an old Oculus. So I'll just keep having a drink. Which the reason I've kept this is because it's it's okay still. It drops me down 8.2% damage. I guess it's because I'm using another old triumvirate anyway. But it grants 10 arcane power, critical hits. Sorry. So that's interesting because I don't think that rolls as much as that on many items anymore. So I don't know whether you could create some kind of build with that. And the old trusty witching hour. I've got a few of these. I think one of these once again is on my Shenlong monk. But I've kept that because because of the attack speed on there. To be honest, I can't remember whether it rolls attack speed anymore. I think it does. But that I've only got the tower ship out on at the moment. It's not a great one, but that boosts my damage up quite a bit anyway. But what else can I say? What else have I got which is a bit old, older stuff? Not much really. I tell you, it would be quite interesting if they made the Shadow's Call set a bit better because it doesn't seem like maybe it's good. I don't know. Maybe people use it on what's it called? Hardcore. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be fantastic. I've got the little rogue and the slanderer, which is pretty cool.
I haven't heard from the Harangan.
Looks like Hearthstone's back along, which I'll probably record after this video.
More of our order
yeah, it's quite interesting. Unfortunately, one rolled with strength and one rolled with no primary, which is a bit crap. But never mind. Anyway, yeah, this is about it. I'll just show a couple of random bits I've got here waiting to be cubed. Don't think I've got anything kind of sexy here. Anything sexy? What I've done, I've kept pretty much kept most of my rings and amulets. Obviously, I've kept all the treasure goblin rings, puzzle rings. Sorry, ready for the cube and that to make the portal. Oh, I'll tell you what. Last thing I'll show you before I finish this video. Oh look, there's another old witch now. No, it's not. It's a new witch now. Anyway, yeah, puzzle ring, old puzzle ring. Actually, I had this in my character for quite a while because I thought it was quite fun when you got hit. You summoned a treasure goblin, but it's still sitting in a stash at the moment. Maybe I'll put it on a character at some point, new character. I don't know. But yeah, so it's still got the old affix where once you get hit, you sometimes summon a treasure goblin, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I've kept that. I messaged actually, I think it was Wyatt Cheng or something like that, to see whether that would you could put that in the queue and it would work. But obviously, he didn't get back to me because I'm just a random player. I'm not somebody who's on his radar. But yeah, so I thought it'd be quite interesting. Anyway, I'll say bye. Thank you very much. Poison Feather out, and I shall hopefully record a Hearthstone video in a minute. Thank you very much. Bye.